Morning everybody, and once again welcome back to the video. In this video I'll be teaching you sending weekly/daily CSV reports from your Hudi transactional data lakes to customers via email using Glue and SES. That's right. So in this project, what we're gonna do is we have a Hudi transactional data lake, and let's say you want to deliver daily or weekly data to your customers through an email. How do you do that, right? In this video, I'll be walking you over step-by-step approach with code. So for this project, we will have a Hudi data set, orders data set. And then let's say customers are interested every day, they want the urgent orders, right? Who are the customers, right? So we are going to use Glue to basically read data from Hudi, right? After reading the data, we will get the data as a Spark data frame. We will insert that data into S3, generate a pre-signed URL. After generating a pre-signed URL, which means customer, when they click on that link, they can access the data, right? We're going to use SES to send a nice email. And this is how the email will look like. As you can see, hello, thank you for using our service. Your requested report is ready for download. You can download the report by clicking on this blue button. If you have any questions, concern, please contact us. Best regards, data team. And as soon as you click on this button, the report will be downloaded. So now that you know what we're gonna build in this project, let's get started. So all right, so the first step in the project is we need a Hudi data set. We will use the script that I have, which will create dummy order and customer data, Hudi transactional data on S3. So let's see the first step in the process, which is let's have some sort of a data so that we can send some reports. So I'm gonna copy paste this code, head over to the Glue job, as you can see. And over the Glue job, you can click on Spark script editor, right? This will essentially open up, the code editor for you. Now, simply what you need to do is you need to replace the code that is given and paste this code over here. Click on the save button. We are not done yet. Go to job details. Make sure you're using Glue 4.0 G1X Python 3. Go to advanced property all the way on the bottom section where it says job parameter. Make sure additional Python modules you have faker, because again, we're gonna generate some fake data lake format as Hudi, and then I'm passing in the conf. And again, these job parameters are also given in the code section. So if when you open up the code, on the top of the code, these job parameters shall be given. So let me just quickly show you. But again, on the GitHub, this will be given to you, okay? So now I have that, I'm gonna save, okay? So the only thing that you would need to change probably in the code would be the bucket name, which is over here on line 230. I'm using a bucket called Hudi Learn Demo 1995. I do not have anything on the bucket, as you can see. So now I'm gonna run the job. My job is in the running state. At this point, I'm gonna wait and resume the video once this is done. All right, it took a while, but the job is finally complete. As you can see, about 7 minutes, and we do have a Hudi data lake here. Silver, as you can see, customer and orders. We can also run ad hoc queries at this point, right, using Athena, but now what I'm most interested to show you is, now we have two tables, right? Customers and orders, right? I want to show you how you can join these two tables by reading data from Hudi and then compile everything into a nice report and send it on run an email, right? So that is something that I'm really interested to show you guys. So as you can see here, if I refresh, I see an order table over here and the customer table as well. Again, just showing you a sample ad hoc query over here, some fake data over here, right? Now, the most important part is once we do have this data, now let's learn how to read data from this table and this table, that is customers in order. Let's try to join these two data and let's try to filter and aggregate the data and send out this KPI or matrix to third party or customers or managers on email daily or weekly using AWS SES. So let's take a look at that process. Now, very important thing to note is I wrote a template for you. This template is about 600 lines. So let's take a look at how to probably use the template, okay? All right, sharing my screen. This is the Glue job, which will do all the heavy lifting and will send those email alerts as I was talking about. So this is what you need to, change over here on the loaders, right? As you can see, a source. And here we are reading data from the orders, right? So this is the path to my Hudi data lake, transactional data lake. I'm creating a temp view called orders, type as full. So either you can read data incrementally or full, right? You have the ability to do that. Again, I'm doing the same for the customers. As you can see, I am providing the path to the Hudi data lake and type as full. So this is gonna read the data from the Hudi and create those temp view. And then here is my transform query. So here what I'm saying is, hey, join orders, join customers, and then filter out the data where the priority was urgent, right? And again, here you could add your aggregates or any complex query if needed, right? This is where you would add your business query, right? So it's gonna grab the data from your Hudi transactional data lake, and here I have a email entity, which is these are the details about the email. So shasomel519 at Gmail, shasomel519 at Gmail. The subject is gonna be download a link for the data. The report bucket is gonna be Hudi learn 1995. What is that? So anytime we're gonna read the data from Hudi, we're gonna use Spark SQL to join the data, get those KPIs, and then we're gonna dump those CSV file into S3, right? After dumping that on S3, we're gonna generate a pre-signed URL for that user, and we're gonna send out an email, right? That's what we're doing. Now, again, remember, the recipient could be many. If you have 100, 200, 300, simply a comma separated value could be done over here, right? It's pretty flexible. File expires. Again, this is when your pre-signed URL would expire. Hopefully that made sense. So let's take a look what it does, right? So this again will load the data from the Hudi, right? As you can see. After loading, this transform query will be applied. So it's gonna join the data, orders and customers. Again, I'm taking a sample here to teach you. So as you can see, select everything from the order, select customer name, right? And then I'm selecting c.email as customer email, right? As you can see over here. Just want to make sure it's customer name or name. Yeah, it is name. Okay, just making sure. All right, so we select that, we join them on the customer ID, right? And I filter the data where the priority is urgent, right? So that's the query part. This is the email entity. So all the information about the email would be going over here. Now I used a design pattern where I have an interface. Now, again, you could have multiple email templates, right? So the way to handle that in code would be something like this. So as you can see, I have an email template, which is an interface over here, abstract class. Any class that inherits from email templates needs to provide implementation called render. Now this is one of my email templates, right? So here you can see have an HTML, right? Hopefully, right? So, and I have implemented the method render over here. Again, you can use this template again, and you can add more templates if needed. This is the class that does all the activity with the email. This is a constructor, and I have a method called send, which uses SES to send email. And then if something went wrong, it returns a Boolean false, and of course it logs the error as well. This is the class that I was talking about. As you can see, it grabs the bucket name from this JSON that we defined over here, right? There's a report bucket. So what it does is basically it grabs the bucket name, uses the Boto3 client object, dumps the data into S3. After dumping the data, it generates a pre-signed URL. And after generating the pre-signed URL, we return the URL, right? So then in this, I check if the URL is not empty. If it is not empty, I use that class. Again, as you can see, I get the template over here, right? After getting the template, I invoke .send method. But again, if you want to use this, again, you just gotta modify the JSON and the code will be taken care for you, right? So that is what I wanted to show you. So what you want to do is simply come here and copy paste. Now, before you do something on the SES, let's say you want to try this out, right? So you have to verify your email address on SES. And the way you could do that is you can come to the verified identities, click on create identities, email address, put your email address and click on create identity. After that, on your email, you will see a link, click on that link and you will be verified. And now you can send emails to that particular person. All right, so keeping that in mind, now I did give you the explanation of the code, right? Okay, so the only thing that you gotta come and change here is in the source part. This is where if you have 2, 3, 4, 5 Hudi tables, load them either incrementally or perform a full table, and then you can provide a query which will again transform or perform aggregates. After doing that, here you can send email to your customers, right? All right, it's time for showtime, right? So now copy paste all the code that you have given and head over to GlueJob. and I'm gonna remove everything and dump this over here. Click on save. Hopefully my Spark SQL query is correct, and now I will run the job. My job is now in the running state. Now let me resume once the job is complete. This job can take about a minute or two. So let's wait, and let me resume the video after this. Job is finally complete, as you can see. I'll show you the time, right? 8:16, right? And now if I go back to my email, and if I go here, as you can see, I got an email here. Hello, thank you for using our service. Your requested report is ready to download. If I click on this button, there's a pre-signed URL. So let's see, there you go. So the report was downloaded on the client's machine, and here you can see, I can click on that, and now it's opening up in the Excel, and here you can see the join data. So here I was able to join orders and customer. These are the customers, these are their email addresses, where the priority was urgent, right? So fantastic, man. So this way, you saw this is a scalable solution using Glue, using Hudi, using AWS, SES. We were able to automate this, right? Now, a little bit more. So of course, you can set this on schedule. In Glue, you have something called schedules. You can come here and set this on hourly, weekly, monthly, daily, whenever you like. Now, let's talk one more thing at the end. So this is fantastic. Now, all right. What we can do is basically, maybe if I have time, I will show you how to develop a self-service, probably a portal or a web UI, meaning people can go in, fill out the details, submit the details, and then we'll store the metadata on DynamoDB, and automatically a job will be created based on those parameters that the user submitted. That's amazing. That's what we want to do. But hopefully you got the big picture, right? Because in big companies, right, think about it, so many people will be requesting different types of report, right? And to facilitate that, you need a framework, you need automation, right? So the goal would be to store the metadata, create all these templates, and based on the metadata, have your code mimic that. That's basically what I want to say. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed these videos, and if you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and here is the GitHub links. In case if you want to try, here you can see everything here is explained, the output, right? We got an email, we were able to download that. Here you can see generate Hudi table. This is the file that will generate Hudi table. This is the template that we use to send emails. I would say definitely try this out if you want to learn, if you want to grow your skills in data engineering. Try this solution out and let me know if you run into errors or something. You can go to GitHub, open up an issue, and I'll try my best to answer that. Thank you so much. And with that being said, keep smiling, keep programming, and see you in the next video.